fucks it up.
How did you hear about that? Anyway, it wasn't a date. I was doing a favour for Chief DuPont. Only lasted a few minutes. Are you working with him or not? Look, if you don't want to tell you, then I'm not gonna. No? Who's that? Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together? Why did you tell me that? Every time I think of her now, I'm gonna see her with someone else. What? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
First appointment at the clinic cost most of Mother's jewelry. Then there was the vessel to pay for. That cost.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Was a good fit for Mother. They had the same beady eyes, the same petulant squawks. Penn didn't bother with the cage. The bird took up a perch on the back of Mother's armchair, watching her with talonous disapproval. The sight of the bird's claws, her mother's claws, piercing the chair's upholstery, pierced Penn's eyes. She didn't have to try anymore, or fail anymore. She just had to do as she was told, like the good girl she always was. Look at the baby, the parrot squawked. Poor baby.
Yeah, apparently I can't do that this one. Okay,
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
yeah, there's a trophy for shifting into everyone too. I'll have the option to, Lexi. Or Bronwyn.
So heavy, because everything seems to be made out of wood and metal. So this one has got a heavy metal handle, and then it's got a circular face, and what looks like could have perhaps been maybe a shiny metal. And
where do you think it's from? What area?
Oh,
where in the world?
Do we really have to? How vulgar. He says he loves me. A rose by any other name? I don't think so.
Explain it to you. It's more about what.
Sam.
Oh yeah, that's why
I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Got to pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Say, a mirror, a handheld mirror.
I met him yesterday. He said there was this... Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. Yeah. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about right. I guess you might call them demons? Kind of. Yes. They can't just jump into someone. Yes, probably.
Yeah, she's still here. I can't do this show without her.
And I can't do it without you, Poe.
Oh, that's so nice.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Nights with Poe and Monroe.
The Calling.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cap.
Or wear the jacket in the cab.
I've got news. We've done a reading.
Because apparently after the cutscene, one of them will get arrested.
So 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
I don't want to skip it because I want to watch the arrested
So it's
cutscene.
not
I'm
the
scared
Knight
if
of
I do,
Wands?
I'll skip that one too.
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know, I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of swords.
It's happening again. There's got to be another murder.
I gotta go get something. Yeah, I gotta clean your phone. For God. I'm not doing it right. Ooh, I want to be tangled in that. And I'm back.
Then Lexi did her
I didn't think I had time
and
for
now we
the
have a name.
cutscene. I want to go
Alice Munro.
let my cat in my room and have my charger. Welcome, Danny.
Sam, I've arrested Lexi. Don't look at me like that. It's not your decision. I considered locking both of them up, her and Bronwyn, but I've settled for Lexi. Those tarot readers have been in and out of my office all day, asking stupid questions and then denying they've even been here. Locking Lexi up is going to rile Bronwyn. She'll make a mistake, and I want you to be there when it happens. So, what are you doing in my office again? Lexi stays here until we have what we need.
We know it's rain.
Until the virus got her.
He is right, it's
Until
about one of the tarot readers this
spread,
time.
The demon could only enjoy that girl trapped in his teeth. Prepare.
You must be Sam.
Oh, Minnow, you might hurt yourself.
You just
Gonna
got off
jump
the
on
phone
the
with
tea
Chief
on the
DuPont.
microwave.
I can't believe it. Curse Dorota? No. Yes. We We met at the... After we'd had... This is just between... We fooled around. I'm not going... Oscar. I said some... She told Oscar to watch from her walk-in wardrobe. When he was at a safe distance, she put on a show. She faked it. She told me she faked it. But you'd know best. It was her mom's. She was saving it in case she ever got married. We're co-hosts on the radio. Can't we be both? On air? Not very well. No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked amazing. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first.
Oh, it's a different dream this time.
In the end, there were so many versions, it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam? REM sleep. So, you don't think dreams mean anything?
I regret skipping it the second time then, because it
Everyone
might
has
have been
meaningful
different.
dreams, Sam. Everyone. Just don't... Sam? You forgot your phone.
Yeah. And the bottle opened in her hand. It'll be over. It'll be over. No longer a burden. No more pain. No more. No more.
Is it Lexi? Because she's in
But
jail.
of course there wasn't.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Anyone else to know? Yeah, I need Poe.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
Okay. I want to be Oscar.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Red. The blood stained the porcelain and he relished in it. The pain let go. Finally, in that...
Oscar Wainwright. Heard so much about you.
Were you sleeping with Dorota?
He's so creepy.
No. Were you? She just asked me to watch. I didn't even get past the adverts.
You watched her? Did you touch her?
She didn't bloody let me. The truth is, I would have loved to touch her. But she's just a massive tease. But well done you, though, for getting in there.
That's very satisfying.
Bloody hell. I'm calling the police.
Lee, always. He was a football player. Big, loud, and sure. Good. He wouldn't take long. The demon knew it, and he didn't. The demons are already there. They just need ears to listen. It wasn't hard to make the boy listen after the first bell.
Kind of want to visit Ellis's Oscar to confront.
You'd be better off. So would your father and sister. There was nothing here. A little lying goes a long way after the virus starts to spread. You only needed to write one.
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seeing Dorota?
Oscar, it's so much more complicated.
Why didn't you save her? Is it really? Tell me.
Oscar, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. That's not who I am. I go out of my way to help people, to be kind to them.
So were you helping or being kind?
I had feelings for her, Oscar. You should understand that. I'm sorry this is how you had to hear it. But maybe she didn't tell you because she was leaving me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I truly am.
I forgive you. You want to make it up to me? I forgive you. You want to make it up to me? I forgive you. You want to make it up to me?
How?
Maybe if I knew what Dorota saw in you, it'd help.
Full of awful curiosity.
Dreams.
At night.
Family photos. But I don't recognize anyone in the photos. I'm trying to remember their name.
Hi, babes.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9, and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise, I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name?
Oh, I can start the, and piss Ellis off with Zach.
Leona, I've seen you, baby. Don't look like you. You want to know a secret? Violet was taken by aliens.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you? Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio. Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something.
Apparently, if it's Violet
I don't remember
that's
now.
the killer, she won't mention knowing her.
She has a wicked. Do you think I needed to confide? Why are you talking? No. I don't really want to. About it's happened. It's difficult.
Walking on a tightrope across a pool of sharks, but the sharks don't seem to notice me.
Sam, listen to me. I don't care about Dorota, or the Travelers, or the devil himself. talk to the chief and get Lexi out, because I'm not answering any more questions until I know she's okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it has
It's
several
probably
interesting
safer
elements
in
to it.
jail, you
How
know.
could you let Chief DuPont do that? I'm not talking to you until you get this fixed. Bronwyn was on Tarotasm, Sam. Just like she was an hour ago. And they record everything, so her alibi should be without question. She was just lying to protect Lexi. She's maternal like that.
This listener perceives as dangerous to them, and never falling, and then...
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me. Why? I'm assuming that's just a gut feeling. If you actually knew who the murderer was, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Look, I see you're starting to care for these people already, but Violet's been watching them like a hawk. If you can convince her, you convince me. What do you know about... Yeah, I pulled in a few We've got a new type. Ella said she was in a relationship. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying. Bronwyn was logged into a call center system called Tarotasm. I heard the recordings from last night. It's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got it. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? Zach Weston says he was in his... and he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that... That's it.
In your life.
Okay,
and I also
visit
think
guest house.
that you are worried that...
And you're sure it was her? Then it couldn't be her, could it? You want me to tell Claude, don't you? Sorry, I mean Chief DuPont. Fine, I'll call him.
You should always be receiving positive things in return.
I'm gonna go
If they're
really
a negative
fucking
person,
piss
you
off.
don't necessarily need to give
Actually,
them
no, I'll get Lexi
all of
released first.
Fine. Let me do the paperwork. I'm starting to regret hiring you. Maybe you should concentrate on something else.
Today I've brought in a really cool object. So what might this be?
Well, it definitely looks like an alien.
I keep expecting to freeze again when I go to skip. Yeah, we'll go be creepy as Zach.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Precious black eyes.
And I'll go fucking piss off
You kind of look like
Ellis.
lizards. With a hat on.
Zach, what are you doing here?
Why'd you even let him into your
Being
house?
a naughty boy, I need to tell my previous partners.
Good to know. I'm not one of them though, so... Unless there's anything else?
Pose for me.
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just, undo a few buttons, yeah?
Are you bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zach, before I call Chief DuPont.
Slightly frightening that it's from so long ago.
To be honest, it might just have been someone imagining that that's what aliens look like.
Okay. Remember what I have to do. Well, look, make it. I think it's. Is it Lexi or? There's 2 more trophies to get here. I don't know if I have to turn to Lexi and talk to her.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
The wall were many distant pinpricks of white, the lights of the city. It was cold.
Sorry, we're closed. Unless you're here for something else.
I'm a friend of Dorota's.
Dorota? Sorry about what happened.
Dorota told me things about you.
Things? That's ominously vague. I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Lexi.
Lexi? I like it. It's got an edge.
Dorota says she knew you. You're dating Violet, aren't you? I know what you did to Dorota.
You know, you're quite striking. It's a shame Dorota's not here. We could have taken some great shots of you two together. Would you like me to photograph you, Lexi?
He's so creepy. I was actually glad he was the murderer of my first 2 playthroughs.
No.
Why don't we switch places?
He's so fucking creepy.
Yeah, that's good. Here. Take this.
Don't get drugged. You'll revert to your natural form. Nobody wants to see that.
These photos are going to be fantastic. You'll love them.
I see why his wife left him.
How about you take this off? Hmm? There we go. Now, arch your back. Wait. What's happening?
Don't get drugged. You'll revert to your natural form. Nobody wants to see that.
What's happening to you? Wait, what? Oh!
Until she ended up in the clutches of the entity in an empty penthouse lair, and the entity had devoured her and taken her form with a horrifying loss of fidelity. The disguise was decomposed. Not decomposing flesh, but decomposing reality. A twisted amalgam of fears and haunting memories. A corporeal phantasm of nightmares, fraying at the edges. The bag lady. Without the capacity to...
Oh.
Spidery fingers wrenched open my jaw. Fingers with... Oh. Stretching it wide.
Lexi Korn, how thin are these walls?
What do you mean the walls are thin?
I can hear you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story.
What did you hear?
Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Why not? Because you're immortal.
Oh, I am Bronwyn MacLeod from the Clan MacLeod, and I am immortal. You silly badger.
There. I was free to go.
There could be only one. Go to your room. I wonder if it's random which one they arrest, Bronwyn or Lexi. It says it can chance of either one. Okay.
Not this one. The worm had to be told when talking. I looked into the eyes of the people.
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help them. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
I'm gonna finish this chapter, then I'm gonna go to bed. Finish the rest tomorrow.
A little bit. What did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony. We've all known about them for hundreds of years. We just know them by different names. Demons, skinwalkers, Jack the Ripper. They're all travelers. Three attempts? Yes, that's likely. But 3 victims?
Jack
That's
the
up
Ripper
to
doesn't
you,
make
Sam.
sense because there was more than 3.
Was it a gold coin? I should have known. That's the same as Birmingham. Although they beheaded the victims, they all had gold coins in their mouths. It's their way of marking their territory to prove it's their work. No. I can do a reading if you want. Chariot. Is Zach a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it? Yes, of course, anything. Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? Leave it with me, I'll see what I can find out.
There's a handle, and then it kind of looks like a bell shape.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like a wooden bell with a large handle.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a knot.
I know the name. She's off the radio. Hard to get away from it in this town. In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri. Because he said he'd see us again.
Called Sakara. This particular one has traces of the...
Sam, thanks for breaking me out. You're my hero. I want to do something for you in return. Tell me what I can do to help. Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do. Who's that? Is he a suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
I'm still a caterpillar. Now, Poe, what do you think that dream could mean?
Very interesting. So she is a caterpillar, but I would think she wants to change into something else. It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a
I'll do
puzzling
the
case. Residents
potent,
are urged to be cautious
which is getting
until the
Zack
perpetrator
punched.
is caught.
That's what I
I
want.
cannot stress
Then I'm
this
gonna
enough, August.
give up for the
Stay
night.
safe out there.
I want to
You
do the
mean the
cat's
world.
fountain, and I want
In
to.
other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm climbing the stairs of a tall stone tower, and it just keeps going up and up and up. And I always wake up before I reach the top. What do you think, Poe?
Well, that is quite an interesting dream. I would say he's someone who wants to reach heights that they've never seen, and I think they're very ambitious, and they might be a little over-ambitious.
Well, I can in fact tell you that a tower does in fact symbolize a quest for understanding.
If this was some places I had
And
stayed at,
climbing stairs
there'd
can
be
show
like
that
a
you're achieving
rotor
your
or
goals.
like the wireless in the hallway.
So, what I think is happening here is that you are striving for success.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
Oh, we're gonna fuck that up too.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
And keep striving for the best. Thank you for your
Okay,
dreams.
let's go visit
Dreams.
Poe.
Good evening, Zachary.
Well, that wasn't hardly anything.
That's for being a creep with Alice. Now, get out of my radio station.
Huge cue. Now, when she gets to the cashier, she realizes she's left her money at home. And then the cashier makes her put everything back on the shelves, but
Actually,
it
I'm
never
gonna
ends. And every time she comes back to the
Go
cart...
visit Alice with him. No.
Wow. I do like dreams like this.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions, it's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Thought it was Zach.
Yeah, but it's related to shopping, and I'm wondering what shopping stands for, whether it's...
Oh, why?
It's probably literal, as you know, Monroe.
Actually, I can turn into the last one, I think. Give me Poe. Doesn't count Poe yet.
Get redeemed for it. They have to put everything back the way it was.
You know what, Poe? I think you might...
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
Okay, I've talked to him.
On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned.
Things about here, so it's your grocery shopping. So that in particular is a physical need for life. So what we'll also do...
Maybe I fucked that up.
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
Giving more to other people than you receive. A relationship, perhaps, where...
Okay, I can still talk to him. Yeah. I'm gonna finish up for the night, and then I'll continue on this. Let's get the trophies. Because I've got over 50% of the trophies now.